Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, and welcome to another edition of Tech Talk with your host Woody. I'm one of the product managers here at Mackie in Woodinville, and today I'm going to introduce you to our brand new range of MR, that's Mackie Reference Studio Monitors, otherwise known around the office by the girls as Mr. 5-inch or Mr. 8-inch. Yeah. Oh. Designed by the same audio gurus that brought you our legendary HR series studio monitors, the MR series are designed for those people who are ready to step up to a truly professional monitoring system. A monitor that's used in a professional studio needs to be extremely accurate. There can be no exaggerated frequencies, so when you're in the mix, you're not going to add EQ or take EQ away that doesn't need to happen. You can rest assured that what you hear coming out of these speakers is going to sound good wherever you play them back. So what makes a studio monitor special? Well, there's various aspects of a studio monitor design that are crucial to getting the end result. Those four areas we can take a look at on this guy here. First of all, we have the front baffle and integrated waveguide, of course the cabinet, we have the amplifier, and we also have, most importantly, the transducers. So what makes our studio monitors special? Well, it's all in the design. You'll notice on our front baffle, we firstly have an integrated waveguide. This is used to evenly disperse the waveform, making the integration between the high frequency and the low frequency much more transparent, allowing for an ultra-wide sweet spot. Here on the rear panel, you'll notice the built-in amplifier section. Both the MR5 and MR8 are fully active studio monitors, which means they both have built-in power amplifiers on the rear panel. All you need to do is feed power and the audio signal straight into the back. And of course, we've given you lots of options for the audio input, with 3 types of connections to suit every single type of application you could need. And right next to the inputs, you'll notice we've given you high frequency and low frequency EQ settings so that you can tune the performance of the MRs both to your ears and your workspace. The amplifiers are our Class AB analog amplifiers, the same character as we used in the main HR series studio monitors. The performance specifications on these monitors far exceeds anything else in their class, both in terms of power and also audio specification, i.e. quality. The MR5 is a bi-amplified 55 watt, 30 watt system, whereas the MR8 is a whopping 100 watt by 50 watt system, with enough headroom to go to nearly double that under peak load. You'll also notice on the rear panel our bass extension port. This has been precisely engineered to minimize the problems usually associated with a ported design, namely airflow travel in and out of that port. You'll notice our radiused edges and the dimensions of the port are precisely designed to maximize the frequency extension. The next thing we're going to take a look at is the cabinet design. Not much to see from the outside because it's all going on the inside. Custom braced to minimize vibration, which causes distortions to your waveforms. The high density wood cabinet is an integral part of the system. And finally, possibly the most important part of the system, the transducers, or in other words, the woofers and tweeters. We found the only way that we could actually guarantee the sound quality that you deserve was to design and engineer these components ourselves. Mr. 5-inch features a 5-inch woofer and a 1-inch silk dome tweeter, whereas Mr. 8-inch features the full 8-inch woofer and 1-inch silk dome tweeter. Because the transducers are responsible for converting your electrical signal into sound, unwavering performance is a must if you want sonic clarity. It is only when all these critical design elements come together that you start seeing the performance associated with a professional studio monitor. The flat frequency response, the extremely accurate time domain characteristics, and the lack of distortion that are essential for the modern mix engineer. So, thank you for joining me on this episode of Tech Talk and our introduction of the new Mackie reference monitors. And until next time, remember, don't put up with bad sound. Yeah.
Audio for this video production was recorded using the Mackie 402 VLZ3.